Good afternoon and welcome to the Sportsplex on the campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. We get into the postseason OCAA women's volleyball action. The playoffs underway, set to go anyways here at St. Clair College. Hello everybody, my name is Dominic Papa and we're glad to have you with us. Playoff action, we love this stuff, that is for sure. The St. Clair College Lady Saints volleyball team, a very successful campaign, going 16-2. They're going to take on the George Brown Huskies in this first round of the playoffs. This is a number 2 and 7 seed matchup. This is a crossover game. George Brown, of course, playing in the other conference. We don't know much about the other conference, so we're going to get a good taste of it here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starters for George Brown. Number 4 is going to be Claire Ramos. Number 5, Karina Nima. Tiana Williams, number 7. Jessie Way, number 8. Julia Gordon, number 9. Sherwin Vallejo, number 19. And L'Oreal Quijano wears number 21. The head coach is Daphne Choi in her 7th season. For the Saints, Michaela Stocks wearing number 2. Emma Clemens, number 4. Ariana Carl, 11. Harley Smith, 15. Geneva Weissman, 16. Brianne Hobbin is wearing number 17. And Haley Cairns, wearing number 18. Of course, the head coach, Julianne Milling, in her 5th season. There's a look at Coach Milling, ready to go. She's excited. She's excited for her team. There's a look at that is actually the George Brown bench. Those are the assistants. Coach Choi is not in that shot there. We'll try to get you a look at Coach Choi at some point. But she's a hard-working coach, that's for sure. I could tell you just watching her in warm-ups was pretty impressive. Brianne, yeah, she's pretty valuable. I would agree with that sign, that's for sure. But we're set to go here. Playoff volleyball, love it. And we're certainly happy to have you here this afternoon. If the Saints are successful, they're going to have to work hard in this one first. But if they are successful, they'll get to host a second home playoff game next week. Last year, the Saints played in this very game. It was a different seeding, of course, a much tougher La Cité team, and La Cité came in here and knocked off the Saints. A very disappointing end to the season last year for the Saints. Jessie Way is going to get this thing going for George Brown. Here's Clemens to Cairns. Cairns just puts over a free ball. That one's going to go long and out. That comes off the hand of L'Oreal Quijano. Harley Smith, first server of the game for St. Clair. Ramos, Way. That one, Nimema, is good as it goes off a Saint player. George Brown will get the ball back. There's a look at Coach Choi there on your screen. Just saw her a moment ago. Karina Nimema. Dug up by the Saints, sent right back over. Free ball here. Ramos. That goes off the block, but it goes through the block. That was Tiana Williams for the Huskies coming up with the kill. Right off of Weissman, just off the side of her arm, and to the floor it goes. George Brown takes a 2-1 lead early. Mima. Carl. Weissman, yes, gets all of it. No challenge at the net at all. Nice set by Clemens. There's Griff, looking pretty comfortable. Take a look at this last effort by the Saints. Again, challenge was a little bit late at the net. You can't give Weissman that much room. Cairns. Ramos. Off the Saints block and out of bounds. That was Julia Gordon coming up with the effort for George Brown. Tiana Williams will serve now for the Huskies. That one goes side out. Early stages of this first set of this match. Hobbin serves, dug up there by Ramos for a moment, but Way could not get to the pass. Point St. Clair. Ramos, Way, tipped at the net. Weissman's there for St. Clair to put it right back. And Point Saints, Weissman causing all kinds of problems in the front net. Hobbin serves. Gordon goes up, dug up by Hobbin. Clemens. Weissman, no, doesn't get it to fall. Point George Brown. This is Julia Gordon. She's playing at home here. She's from LaSalle, went to Sandwich Secondary School, so I'm sure she's got family and friends here. Carl's kill attempt goes out of bounds. And we're deadlocked at 5. Don't think Carl got the hit she was hoping for there. Gordon continues to serve. Stocks, Clemens, Weissman off the block. Huskies play it. Way, Gordon, that's going to be a double hit against the Huskies. Geneva Weissman now to serve. What a year she's had. Side out. L'Oreal Cajeno. Stocks. Hobbin. Tip of the net. Carl does a good job just getting it over. And it falls in favor of the Saints. Good effort there by Ariana Carl, as the pass wasn't the best, and she still made something good happen. Hard serve by Clemens. Niemama blocked at the net. Good dig by Ramos. Ball still in play. Here's free ball for the Saints. Clemens. Cairns off the block, side out. Good effort by the Saints. Clemens will continue to serve. Another good hard serve. Clemens has that ball going. Another good serve by Clemens, dug up this time by the Huskies, but that play goes side out. That one off the hands of Vallejo, number 19. This is a really young team, this George Brown squad. Several first-year players. Tell you what, Clemens is just serving up a storm right now. Coach Daphne Choi has seen enough. She's got to slow it down here a little bit. The Saints have jumped out to a 5-point lead here in the first set. Clemens doing the damage with the serve. The season statistics for both these teams, the Saints, as I mentioned, very impressive this year. The only 2 losses coming to the Humber Hawks. The Huskies over in the Eastern Conference at 6-12. I'm sure it's a project in the works, a program that's in the rebuilding stage, sort of. Saints leading in pretty much every category there. And of course, a couple of players to watch. We've already seen both these players making their presence known here today. Karina Nimamima. Very solid year for her. And then, of course, I just spoke of Geneva Weissman, who was outstanding all season long. Of course, she's in her final year here with the Saints. And Griff has it going. Clemens continues to serve. And maybe the timeout worked. Good call by the coach, Choi, as maybe it took Clemens off her game a little bit there that time. Vallejo's going to serve. Stocks, Clemens, and they're going to call that a double hit. Clemens will take the pass. Kearns goes up, and she gets it through. Point St. Clair. Ariana Carl serve is a good one. Comes right back to the Saints, and Cairns is ready, waiting to pounce on that one. Oh my. Take a look at it here. That pass will cost you almost always a bad pass like that. Free ball for the Saints here. Stocks is going to play it. Clemens over to Hobbin this time off the block, and point Saints. Carl will continue to serve. Nimama gets it back, blocked at the net by Cairns and Smith. Another kill attempt. Hobbins there to dig it up. Clemens will give it right back to Hobbins, and that'll stay in bounds. Good effort there by the Saints. Textbook volleyball. Carl continues to serve. That's a tough one to handle. Nemo gives up the free ball. Clemens. Smith, a good hit. Dug up nicely by the Huskies, though. Saints will get it back. Here's Clemens. Back to Smith again. Another good dig that time. It was Gordon. This is Ramos just giving up the free ball. Stocks. Clemens, this time to Kearns. Oh my, the Saints were just all over that one. They just kept pounding it and pounding it at the Huskies. Finally, they found a way to get one to hit the floor. Good effort by the Huskies. Great effort by the Saints, and that's the difference. A point for St. Clair. Gordon. Williams can't play that pass. Saints on another good run here. Nimama back. Williams just gets it over the net. Tight pass. And good dig again there, that time by Gordon. Williams puts it deep. Saints Carl is there. Hobbins going to go up off the net, and it was touched by George Brown, are they saying? So it is point Saints. Saints have jumped out to a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of this set. Ramos Way. Williams blocked at the net by Hobbin that time. Net kill attempt from the back row goes out of bounds. All Saints right now. And of course, as I say that, Daphne Choi agrees. She calls a timeout. St. Clair full value right now for this 19-8 lead. Standings. This is the eastern side of things, and this is where we see where the Huskies finished up. Seneca, perfect year at 18-0. They're going to be tough. Good conference, that's for sure. The La Cité Coyotes, we played them last year in this game. It was La Cité coming in and winning. The Algonquin Wolves, Centennial Colts are the top 5 anyways. And then you have Canadore at 500. And that's where George Brown comes in. The Lancers Grizzlies and the Fleming Phoenix. George Brown being tested big time right now by the Saints, that's for sure. Maybe a future volleyball star there. Not a bad crowd assembled here today. A little bit of a gloomy day here in southwestern Ontario. And Carl's serve. Both times Coach Choi's called a timeout on a run. St. Clair's come out of the timeout and putting it into the net. Jesse Way. That serve goes long and out. Harley Smith is going to try her luck on the serve line. Good serve. Ramos to Way. That one tipped, and Clemens got a hand on it but couldn't control it. That may have cost her. It looked like it was kind of going out. We'll see here. Yeah, close. Would have been close. Niemama. Clemens. Hobbin just gets it over. That one dug up by Carl. Here's Hobbin again. Dug up that time by Niemama. Keanu puts it over for the Huskies. That one off Weissman and right back to the Saints. Wow, that was like a slingshot. Williams goes up off the block, side out, point George Brown. Yemama. That serve long and out. Saints continue to lead by 10 here in the first set. Kearns serves. A little bit of indecision there may have cost Keanu that time, as she got a hand on it but wasn't sure if it was going to go out or not. Saints 3 points away from the first set. Williams goes up. Kearns gets a hand on it. Carl's there to Hobbin. Hobbin gives up the free ball. Good save by the Saints. Gordon's blocked at the net by both Weissman and Hobbin. Gordon up again. Nice save there by the Saints. Good job by Clemens diving for that ball. Ramos, back row. Saved there by Kearns. Weissman goes up. Nice dig there, but it's going to go side out. The dig was by, of course, Way. Saints point. Good rally. There's the great save by Clemens there. You saw the dive. Kern's going to continue to serve here. Ramos, Way, tipped by Gordon. Nice cover there by Clemens. Hobbin goes up. Good dig there by Ramos. And that one goes side out. Point Saints. And it is now set point for St. Clair as they look to put the finishing touches here on this first set. That one goes long and out. George Brown lives for another point. Tiana Williams, first-year player out of Toronto. Hobbin, Clemens, Weissman. Oh, what a dig there by, I believe that was Way. Not that time, though. Point St. Clair. And that'll do it. The first set is done. Saints win it by a 25-12 count. Two teams will switch sides. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue our coverage of the playoffs. It's OCAA women's volleyball action on We Digital Productions.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Barron Championship rings. This is who we are.
We know there are a lot of choices for business today. We know how to get your brand out to the masses. We would like you to think of us first when it comes to digital advertising. We have a direct connection to the online social media marketplace. We have thousands of hours of broadcast experience to help you share your message. We know Windsor Essex. We know who is looking for you. We are We Digital.
High above the playing surface here at the Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario on the campus of St. Clair College. It's OCAA Women's Playoff of Volleyball action. Dominic Papa, glad to have you along with us. Set number one complete. The Saints win it 25-12. Both teams have returned to the court. Set number two just about ready to go. It looks like Emma Clemens is going to get the service going. Beautiful shot of the Sportsplex from way up here This is such a gorgeous building, and what a great place to watch athletics, I'll tell you. Like I said, every time when I'm on the broadcast here, I tell you, come down. You'll really enjoy it. Play underway here, set number 2. Saints and the George Brown Huskies trying to stay alive in the playoffs. Way going to go over to Keanu. She just puts a ball deep in the corner, and it catches it. Good play at the net there, but here's where Keanu just puts it deep into the corner and just catches the corner there. Good play there by Keanu. Stocks digs. Smith can't get that one to break. And George Brown jumps out to an early 2-0 lead here in set 2. Gordon serves. That one just out of bounds. Saints get back on the scoreboard. And Ariana Carl ready to serve for St. Clair. She was very effective in that first set. Ramos, Way. Nice play there by the George Brown Huskies. Sherwin Vallejo finishing it off there. L'Oreal Quijano is going to serve now. Stocks, Clemens, Hobbin. I don't know if that, they say it was a block. And right there at the net, I'll tell you what, Vallejo making her presence known. Take a look at this here as the Huskies play it right off the block. And eventually Vallejo came up with a kill. Keanu serves. Hobbin, Clemens, back to Hobbin, just tipped at the net, and Way couldn't control it. Carly Smith is going to try her luck on the serve line. Gordon, Way, Vallejo is successful again as St. Clair had the block up but couldn't control it after the block right there between Weissman and Hobbin. Vallejo, Hobbin, Clemens, Kearns puts it deep in the corner on the far side. Gordon puts it deep in the St. Clair end. Weissman gets it down to the side. Weissman right over the block, put it to the side to avoid the block. Good heads-up play there by Geneva. Weissman goes up again, and Ramos gets a hand on it but can't control it. Kearns serves again. Gordon digs, Way, Niemima hits it. It's Stocks there for the Saints, blocked at the net. Weissman plays it. Clemens just puts it deep. Ramos for the Huskies to Way. Williams gives up the free ball. Saints can't control it though. Good effort there by the Huskies. Jesse Way. Carl, Clemens, Hobbin, dug up there by Keanu. Niemema, dug up by the Saints. Weissman goes up. Yes, he gets all of it over the block. And the pass, not a good one, point Saints. And they've tied this game up at 6 here in set 2. Huskies playing much tougher in the early stages of this second set. Ramos, Way, Niemema. Played off the block, and that one goes long and out. Ramos just trying to put it in the back court. There's the block there at the net. That was by Carl. Saints have their first lead of this second set. Not anymore. It's tied at 7 now. Niemema. And her serve is an ace. Niemema serves again. Stocks, digs to Clemens. Weissman off the block, side out, point Saints. Weissman's always a big presence in that front net. Keanu, her pass, not a good one. Smith makes her pay. Saints have now grabbed a 2-point lead here in the second set. Check that, a 1-point lead, I should say. Keanu keeps it in play. Tight pass at the net. And the Huskies, Williams makes the Saints pay for it that time. Not a good pass. Some Husky fans here. Williams will serve now. Carl's going to go up. Back row. Huskies will play it. Way will go over to Gordon. She's dug by Kearns. Carl will go up off the block. It falls to the floor. Point Saints. Clemens, who's very effective on the serve line in set 1. Good hard serve, played well by the Huskies. Right back to the Saints. Carl's blocked, but side out. Now the Saints have a 2-point lead for the first time in this set. Boy, Clemens has really got a hot hand on the serve line. Saved there by the Huskies. Clemens back over to Kearns. And a nice block there by number 19, Sherwin Vallejo. Oh, they're saying it went out, I guess. So that was a point for the Saints. Yeah, looked like it did go side out. Saints have grabbed a 3-point lead, 12-9. First set numbers. Saints big advantage in the kills department. Aces 4-0 for the Saints there as well. You could see George Brown with 11 digs, very good with the digs, George Brown. They obviously do that very well. The errors, Saints, 2 more errors than the Huskies, but Saints were able to hold on, win that first set by a 25-12 score. Good numbers, not bad numbers for both teams, actually. Saints probably just, obviously, a little more experience and maybe even a little bit deeper in the lineup. But give the Huskies full marks for creating a good competitive match so far up to this point. Emma Clemens has been a monster on the serve line. Ramos digs that hard serve up, way off the block. There it is. Vallejo again doing a good job for the Huskies. Good execution, I'll tell you. Ramos does a good job digging up a lot of those hard serves. This is going to be Julia Gordon. Oh. Cairns puts it deep into the corner. Way. Vallejo. Clemens there for the Saints. Stocks to Carl. And I think they're going to say a net violation against the Huskies. So it's point Saints. Brianna Carl is going to serve. Another solid performer for the Saints. Tight pass at the net. Huskies are able to get the ball over, and a little bit of sloppy play there cost the Saints. L'Oreal Quijano. And that one's going to go out. Harley Smith. Good serve, good dig there by Gordon. Nia Mima hits it hard, and the Saints can't control it. Right down the sideline. Clemens got her hand on it, but couldn't control it. Vallejo. Just over the net. It's an ace. Huskies have pulled to within 1 of the Saints. Carl, Clemens, Kearns off the block. George Brown will play it. Gordon, Nimima. Huisman tips, and great effort there by Huisman as the set wasn't there. Not a good pass, but she still made something happen and got the Saints to the point. Williams dug up by Carl. Carl from the back court goes long and out of bounds. Getting our first substitution of the game. Clemens comes out, as does Kearns, and Cabral and Maleko come in for the Saints. Number 14 is Cabral, number 5 is Maleko. Way, dug up by Stocks. Cabral, Huisman, yes. Didn't get all of it, but enough of it to fall. Hobbin. Niemami. That one goes long and out of bounds. Again, she just didn't get it to break. Free ball here for the Saints. Stocks is going to play it. Cabral. Oh my, Ariana Carl got all of that one. Wow. Saints fans like that. Nice set, and Carl timed it perfectly. Williams a little bit late there on the block attempt. Hobbin, Niemamia, Remos, Gordon. And that one's going to go side out. Saints have opened up a 5-point lead here in set number 2. Ramos, Way. I don't think that got over the net. It didn't. 4 hits is the charge. Coach Choi wants to talk it over, slow it down. Saints have grabbed a 6-point lead, threatening to take a 2-0 lead here in this game. West standings, talked about the Saints season. Look at those Humber Hawks, 18-0. Saints only 2 defeats coming to the Hawks. The Knights at 12-6. And then, boy, you had a real tight middle section with the Falcons, the Cambrian Shield, and the Mohawk Mountaineers. And the Royals just 1 game out of that. Conestoga, Sheridan, and the Boreal Vipers round out the standings. Good competitive division, that's for sure. So we take a look at Choi, Coach Choi there, talking it over with her gang. Great time of year for sure, as it's all playoff action now at the college level. And of course, Saints very much in it. The men are on the road playing volleyball today. Of course, the basketball teams will be in playoff action. They'll finish off their regular season today. We'll have more on that later. Hobbin, Gordon, Way, Williams. Side out. George Brown thought there was an infraction at the net, and they did get that call actually. Yeah, they're saying 4 hits against the Saints. That one didn't get over. Mamia serves up an ace. 3 straight points by the Huskies here. Put them right back in contention here. That ball took a little curve, had a little curve on it. Mamia will continue to serve. Same spot, and it works. Saints struggling there. Niemama placed that one perfectly. Stocks, Cabral, and finally the Saints are able to put a play together. Ariana Carl finishing it off. Weissman to serve. Into the net. Saints a little bit rattled, it looks like right now. Tayana Williams. block off of Vallejo, goes side out, but a good effort by Vallejo nonetheless. Maleko serving for the first time in the game. Oh my, Vallejo got all of that one. They love it, the Huskies do. And right away, Coach Julianne Milling goes back to the bench. Back into the game are Clemens and Cairns for the Saints. There's Coach Milling. Stocks digs. Clemens tip. And a good job by Carl. Just stays in bounds. Great effort by Carl there. Gordon, Way, Vallejo, she's been effective in the front there. Stocks, Hobbin. Free ball here for the Huskies. Vallejo. Back to Vallejo, off the block, hits the floor. George Brown has pulled to within a point of the Saints. In the late stages, and Coach Julianne Milling wants to settle down the troops here as they've squandered a big lead here in set two. And right now, you can feel a momentum shift going on. The Huskies have taken full advantage of it, find themselves just a point behind the Saints in set number two. Mentioned basketball early on. The regular season finale will take place here at the Sportsplex after the volleyball match here this afternoon. The Redeemer Royals in town to take on the women and the men. The women will tip at 6 p.m. The men will finish things off at 8 p.m. and then we can talk playoffs with the Saints. And we'll get that information for you during those broadcasts. Pretty sure the Saints men's team will host a home playoff game here probably next week, but we'll get that confirmed for you. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if the Saints are able, the women's volleyball team here, if they're fortunate enough to hold on to win here, they'll also host another playoff game here next week. We'll try to get more information on that. L'Oreal Chiano. Stocks. Clemens. Aubin into the net. We're tied at 23 here in the late stages of set number two. The momentum shift all in favor of George Brown right now. Wow. Wow. What a break for the Saints there. Harley Smith will serve for the set. No doubt the Saints want to get out of this one and get it over with right now. Gordon, Way, Niemema can't play it. Point Saints. St. Clair wins set number two. They dodge a bullet here as George Brown was on fire in that second set. Saints now lead it 2-0. They'll look for the sweep when we come back. You're watching OCAA Women's Playoff Volleyball action on We Digital Productions.
We Digital Productions is a local media and broadcasting company looking for sponsors in the Windsor-Essex area to help bring local events online and to the world. Sponsor opportunities include broadcast title sponsorships, scoreboard logo placements, replay sponsorship, and commercial spots for all of our broadcasts. By sponsoring We Digital, you're not only helping us, but also helping the communities and events we work with. Your branding will appear on all St. Clair varsity streams as we are their exclusive stream provider. We also cover national events like multiple Baseball Canada National Championships, squash international tournaments, and the CJFL. Any event we cover, you will be a sponsor of. We Digital is also a major partner of the Westby Awards, providing the annual award show with live stream and in-house production. Sponsorship packages can be made to include Westby and We Digital ad placements. For more information, contact us by sending an email to dom@we-tv.ca. With your sponsorship help, we are able to provide local athletes with professional coverage of their games to help them be seen by scouts and continue their athletic careers, as well as make great memories for the athletes and parents to watch for years to come. Your sponsorship will also help cover more events like the Spelling Bee and Rotary Auction. The more sponsors we can get, the more local events we can cover. If you're looking to get involved with the local community and become a sponsor, please email dom@we-tv.ca and we can find a package that works with your budget. We Digital, bringing Windsor, Essex to the digital world.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
A look at the floor here at the Sportsplex on the campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. OCAA Women's Playoff Volleyball action here on We Digital Productions. Hello again, everybody. My name is Dominic Papa. If you're just joining us, the St. Clair Saints hosting the George Brown Huskies in this first round of the OCAA Volleyball Playoffs. The Saints winning the first two sets, 25-12, 25-23. Looking to try to sweep this one. I'll tell you, George Brown came on really strong in that second set in the latter stages, so let's see if that carries over here in set number 3. The Saints right away. Cairns pounds it. Huskies play it, and that one goes side out off of Gordon's hand. 1-0 St. Clair. Krista Nickel into the game for the Saints, wearing number 7. She'll serve it up. Cabral is also in for the Saints right now, number 14. Tipped at the net, blocked by the Saints. Way is tipped, and that's going to be interference on Hobbin. Right here you'll see Hobbin just over the net. Too far over. Gordon serves. Cabral over to Kearns, and she gets all of that. Kearns will now serve for St. Clair. Ramos, Keanu, free ball Saints, Stocks, Cabral, Weissman doesn't get it down. Point George Brown. Hobbing up off the block, and Huskies can't save it. That came off the hands of Ariana Carl of the Saints, who's had another good day of action here so far. Oh, some miscommunication there perhaps. Gordon not quite ready for it. Ramos was also next to her. Hobbin serve into the net. Vallejo, dug up by Stocks. Cabral gonna go over to Carl and right down the sideline. Wow, that was impressive. Weissman serves long and too far. Jesse Way. Hobbin right back at the Saints. They're able to save it, yes. Bad pass almost cost them. Williams goes up, she's blocked, off the block. George Brown plays it. Another block, the Saints will play it this time. Hobbin goes up, Williams blocks. Cabral, good heads up play there. Wow, what a sneaky play by Emma Cabral, number 14. As they were going back and forth, and Cabral took the second hit and put it over onto a soft spot in the floor. Saints will play it off the block. Stocks. Carl, good dig by Ramos. Wow, that's impressive. Out of bounds it goes, but just tremendous efforts by both squads here. If you're a coach for both these teams, you cannot be disappointed with the efforts that being put forth by both squads. Ramos, Way, Niemama. Free ball, Saints. Cabral, Stocks, Kearns. Way digs it up. Ramos. Gordon just puts it over. Cabral right back to Nickel. Nickel puts it deep in the corner, and Saints get a break there. Nickel just, not sure if that was going to go, but Cabral serves. Ramos, Way, Niemama dug up by Stocks. Williams is there for the Huskies and puts it right back onto the floor. Good effort by Stocks to keep that alive. Right there. Niemama. Into the net that goes. Saints trying to put the final touches on a 3-set sweep here. 4-point lead so far right now. Way will take the pass. Williams, back row. Carl, Cabral, Hobbin off the block. Point Saints. Niemama. Way. Keanu blocked at the net. Way will go back to Keanu again, and She doesn't get all of it, but just enough to get it over and find a spot on the court. Point for the Huskies, a much-needed point, as they try to stay alive here. Tiana Williams. Stocks. Cabral. Hobbin dug up there by Niemema. Keanu gives up the free ball. Oh, maybe not. As Stocks and Carl both trying to play it, doesn't work. Into the net that goes. Good serve by Nickel. Vallejo dug up by the Saints here. That was Nickel getting her hands on it. Hobbin gives up the free ball. Way will set up. Vallejo blocked by Weissman. Take a look at it here. Nice dig by the Saints to keep it alive. Didn't get to the block, but two great efforts there by St. Clair. And Coach Choi wants a timeout. Saints have opened up a 6-point lead here, 13-7 in set number 3. The numbers after 2 sets. Saints 11 better in the kills department. Also 8 better in the assists. Aces almost even. Same with the errors. And again, George Brown continues to be impressive in the digs category. 20-12 over the Saints there, but tell you what, both these teams are working extremely hard today. No matter how this one ends up, I don't think either coach could be too disappointed. Fans on both sides of the stands here today. As I mentioned, always good to get to the Sportsplex to take in some Ontario Collegiate Athletic volleyball, or basketball for that matter. This is a great venue to come and enjoy yourself, that's for sure. Both teams have returned to the floor. You see the scores from the earlier matches or sets. And the Saints, as I mentioned, trying to make it a sweep. Nickel serves, Niemema way. Gordon blocked, Ramos gets a hand on it. Oh, Gordon just doesn't get enough push on that one. Nickel continues to serve. That time it's going to go out of bounds. Gordon, try her luck. Carl, Cabral, Kearns off the net. Ramos plays it. Way. Vallejo, dug up by Kearns. Hobbin goes up. Niemema saves that. Oh my. Weissman and Kearns putting up a wall there. Not much going to get through those two towers when you have Weissman and Kearns up in the front. Kearns now serving. That just didn't look good for the Huskies right from the get-go. And they pay for it as the Saints tack on another point. And they now have doubled George Brown in this set, 16-8. That time, Kern's serves into the net. Carl, Cabral, Weissman can't get it to fall. New player in the game for George Brown, that's Chelsea Domingo on the serve line here. Stocks decides to play it. Cabral, Hobbin, great effort with the left hand, even though she's a right-hander. Carl, Cabral, Hobbin tips this time. Domingo, Gordon, Way, free ball Saints, Stocks, Cabral, Weissman blocked and out of bounds. Lots of action there. Ramos, Way. Niemema battling at the net. Cabral gets a hand on it for St. Clair. Stocks, free ball, George Brown. Vallejo blocked again by Weissman. Yeah, Geneva timed it perfect. Hobbin serves. Ramos digs. Vallejo. Cabral gets a hand on it. Stocks over to Carl. Ramos, she just doesn't miss much, I'll tell you. What an effort she's put in. Stocks, Cabral. Weissman again off the block. Ramos plays it. Way. Niemema. Off the block goes out. Point George Brown. Sherwin Vallejo will serve. Team down by 7 here in the third set. Into the net, that's not going to help the cause. Weissman will serve for St. Clair. Niemema gets it to fall off the block. She started the play and finished it. Jesse Way. Stocks digs it up. Cabral. Carl off the block. Too hot to handle. Timeout, George Brown. As we look at that last play. Look at some of the banners here. Lots of them, lots of years of athletics. That's men's playoff volleyball. The Saints are on the road taking on the Georgian Grizzlies. And boy, oh boy, look at this. Maybe call this a little bit of an upset brewing. The men have won 2 sets, 25-22. And you know about it last week when we finished off the regular season, and feeling was, if the men could ever bring their A game, they can give some teams trouble. And right now they've got their opponent in trouble this afternoon. Good luck to Coach Riem there the rest of the way. Into the net that goes. That would be an upset though, as that's a crossover game for the Saints. The men on the road. Unfortunately, if they win, they will have to continue on the road. Bad pass there by Way. Williams. Keanu just gives up the free ball. Cairns, Cabral. She's going to go to Hobbin off the block. Ramos is going to play it to Way. Gordon gets it to fall. Point George Brown. Williams will serve. Saints 4 points away from taking the match. Stocks. Cabral. Hobbin dug up there by Niemama. Way, good job by Gordon to keep it alive. Kearns goes up, and another good dig by the Huskies. At the net, off the block, Gordon got her hand on it, but couldn't control it. Out of bounds it goes, as it looked like Hobbin was there. Well, I'll tell you what, George Brown digs the ball very well. Nickel serving. Oh, not played well there. That one's going to go side out. Set and match point for St. Clair, looking to advance to the next round of the playoffs. Kearns will try to finish it off. And there it is. Saints are going to win it. They will advance. They sweep the Huskies by 25-15 score in the third set. 25-12, 25-23. The other scores, St. Clair will live to play again. They'll be back here next weekend. We'll get you some information on that. But a good effort by St. Clair. George Brown, full marks to them. Congratulations to Daphne Choi, the head coach, and the Huskies on an outstanding campaign. Getting to the playoffs is always a challenge. And I think the future is bright with this young George Brown team. They've got some nice building blocks in place. This will be a good, fun team to watch over the next couple of years. A quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our post-game wrap-up. You're watching OCAA Women's Volleyball Playoff action on We Digital Productions.
We Digital Productions is a local media and broadcasting company looking for sponsors in the Windsor-Essex area to help bring local events online and to the world. Sponsor opportunities include broadcast title sponsorships, scoreboard logo placements, replay sponsorship, and commercial spots for all of our broadcasts. By sponsoring We Digital, you're not only helping us, but also helping the communities and events we work with. Your branding will appear on all St. Clair varsity streams as we are their exclusive stream provider. We also cover national events like multiple Baseball Canada National Championships, squash international tournaments, and the CJFL. Any event we cover, you will be a sponsor of. We Digital is also a major partner of the Westby Awards, providing the annual award show with live stream and in-house production. Sponsorship packages can be made to include Westby and We Digital ad placements. For more information, contact us by sending an email to dom@we-tv.ca. With your sponsorship help, we are able to provide local athletes with professional coverage of their games to help them be seen by scouts and continue their athletic careers, as well as make great memories for the athletes and parents to watch for years to come. Your sponsorship will also help cover more events like the Spelling Bee and Rotary Auction. The more sponsors we can get, the more local events we can cover. If you're looking to get involved with the local community and become a sponsor, please email dom@we-tv.ca and we can find a package that works with your budget. We Digital, bringing Windsor, Essex to the digital world.
Welcome back to the Sportsplex here on the campus of St. Clair College. OCAA women's volleyball action, playoff style. They win their first round of the playoffs. They defeat the George Brown Huskies 3 straight sets to none, 25-12, 25-23, 25-15. They live to play another week. Our post-game report, we want to thank Michaela Stocks, the outstanding veteran of the Saints, for joining us. Thanks for doing this, Michaela. And before we came back on air, I mentioned last year, I was so disappointed how the season ended.
Yeah.
Was that in the minds of all of some of you, or that was just a whole different thing?
I think it's hard to, we have a very similar starting lineup, so to feel the defeat of last year. But, I mean, we've had a whole new season to work and, overcome some of that hardship and, some of those feelings that had to do with last year's playoff. And, we came out on top today.
Yeah, and I thought it was a great effort today. And George Brown's a crossover game, so it's a team that you don't get to see. Even though I'm sure Coach Milling and her staff, do their homework, obviously. What was the concern coming into this game against George Brown?
I think they just have a different style of play than we do. They're a very defensive team, which sometimes can pair well with how offensive we are, but sometimes it can be really frustrating for a team like ours to play a really good defensive team. So I think that was a little bit of the concern, just the difference in sort of skill level, defensive and offensive. But, I mean, we, like you said, Jules does her homework, and we watched them, and we found their holes, and I think we capitalized on that.
Tell me, what did you think of your team's play today, Michaela? I liked your game today.
Yeah, I think it was really good. I mean, we're always striving to be just a little bit better than we were the first game, but put our all out on the floor, and that's all you can ask for.
I think at one point, if I remember, in the second set, you had a nice lead, and then George Brown came and really pushed you guys. A little bit of an eye-opener there, and obviously the third set you took care of business there, but something like that, you have to be careful of those letdowns. Yeah,
I think in volleyball it's really easy to, especially if you win the first set, just to sort of ease up. And we did. Our service pressure wasn't as tough. We weren't serve receiving as well as we should have been. And, yeah, they came back in, but we handled it in the third, and we got lucky in that second set to walk away with that, though.
A little adversity is always a good thing. We don't want too much of it, but a little bit's okay.
Yeah.
The beauty of all of this is that we get to see the Saints here at home again next week. We don't know who the opponent is yet. We have an idea, but I don't want to say anything just yet. Yeah. But nice to have this home court advantage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You can come on, Cabral. Come on. See, everybody wants to get in on this one. But talk to me about playing at home.
I mean, we are really lucky to get both of our playoff games at home and to have our fans out here supporting us. We have different people from different teams. We have our family, our friends. To feel that support in this gym is wonderful.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun?
I'm so excited for next week.
Yes, we are too, absolutely. We're excited every time we get to watch the Saints play. For yourself, this is it for you. As much as I hate to say that, I hate talking about this stuff. But, is that in the back of your mind at all? And that this is, one and done, but we don't want one and done. So.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, every week of February is a playoff week, and every week might be the last practice, and every weekend might be the last game that I get to play at a collegiate level. And for that, I'm grateful, but it's also like I got to put it all out there because you never know at this point. And I don't want to walk away from, 10 years of volleyball being disappointed with that last result. So I think myself and the team are really just putting our all out there to walk away with something we really are proud of.
Yeah, you and a couple of others are in that same boat, so we don't want to close that chapter yet, that's for sure. Great game today, Michaela.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Appreciate
doing
it.
this with us. We'll look forward to watching you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, go join
Bye,
your
guys.
teammates. Congrats. Michaela Stocks doing another great job here today for the Saints. As I mentioned, her team sweeps this match over George Brown. They'll await their next round opponent. Now, again, there's a couple of scenarios that we have to wait to see what plays out. But from what I'm understanding, they'll play next Saturday here. And it looks like it's going to be a 7 o'clock game. But as soon as we get more information, check our website out or just follow the Saints website, and all that information will be there. But either way, We Digital will be here to bring you the action. But again, as I always say, get down to the Sportsplex. Much better to watch it here live. So that's the story for now. Before I let you go, a quick reminder. We've got a little bit of time in between, but we're going to have basketball action. Not playoff yet, though. This is going to be the season finale. The women and the men will finish off their regular season campaigns later on today. The women will tip at 6. The men will go at 8 p.m. Hudson Hind will have the call for you of that game. The Redeemer Royals are in town to take on the Saints as they close out their regular season. You'll want to check that out and watch some great OCAA basketball action. That's the story here for now. On behalf of everybody here at We Digital Productions, my name is Dominic Papa. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you all again very soon.